I consider that there's always three voices in the story. There's the voice of the subject, there's the voice of the photographer, and there's the voice of the camera and the aesthetic that it brings to it. Important is to listen to your subject, to know your subject, to be respectful, and to be honest with them. After that, I assume my voice. My voice will be part of the story. This is really a good time to use a Leica, basically. And this camera, when I pick it up, the M10-D, is like picking up an old friend. Like, it reminds me so much of the analog style that had reached this level of refinement and perfection that the camera is just there, it doesn't get in the way, it fits well in your hand, it's balanced well, it has the same thickness as the old analog cameras, and you get rid of digital distraction. Observe, to focus, and to stay in the moment at all times. I moved to Paris in 2006, and I had this teeny little room. I wouldn't even call it an apartment. It was so small, on the top floor. And it was kind of stuffy in there, but there was a window onto the roof. And through the window, sometimes I could see the light of the Eiffel Tower flashing through the clouds. And so soon enough, I crawled up onto the roof, and I was like, wow, it's a whole different Paris up here. The texture is different. You have these galvanized zinc roofs. You have little orange chimneys popping up everywhere, old antennas, pigeons, and then the monuments that everybody knows in Paris that we all see from the ground level, they're kind of like sticking their heads out of the water a little bit. You see them through the rooftop. So I first went up there to relax and to get out of my stuffy apartment, basically, and I would go up there at night and other times and take photographs. So little by little, I built this up and I said, okay, now this is something, I think it can be a little bit bigger. I think I can push this a little bit farther. This camera is, I don't have to go back to a laptop. I don't have to go to a lab and develop my film. I open up my phone, I open up the app, I can see what I've taken, and right away I can share the JPEGs, the RAW, the high res. So in that sense, my workflow of transmission is uninterrupted by this camera. The Leica M10-D just helps your life as a photographer. Part of the joy of photography is I like the work, I like practicing, and then I like what I'm trying to say at the end of the day too. So why it fits for me is I get both out of it in the end. Both are meaningful to me.